Right, welcome ladies and gents to an exclusive Voltron test screening reaction.
So guys, we have this video from Mr. H Reviews. Go and watch it the way that it's meant to be seen. I'm going to put the link down below into the description. He has inside information about Voltron test screening, and as we know, Henry Cavill plays a role in there. And now we're just going to see a small part of what he said about this. So yeah, definitely watch the video. Let's see what people said who watch actually the movie without special effects, what they think. We are very hopeful about Voltron because Henry is involved, and if he is involved, god damn it, I hope the show is faithful to the original. And he also mentioned that this Voltron movie is supposed to be continuation of the animated series from the 80s.
Yeah, from the 80s, not the Netflix one.
Yeah, which is pretty crazy. Live action continuation of an animated series. Weird. But hopefully it's okay. Let's see what he says.
I'm very, very keen to see Henry Cavill now as the Highlander. So it had a knock-on effect. But it is hammy. It's a bit cheesy. But I think that's kind of how it's supposed to be. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't like Oscar-worthy or absolutely incredible. Exclusives like this do come few and far between. But when I release them and say this is legit, this is legit. When it's from my sources, this is, I mean, the track record speaks for itself, basically. So we're going to get into it. Voltron, they've been making this movie for some time. It was a sort of a big push for it, and then it just sort of fell off the radar. This is an Amazon Prime thing, and my source stated that they believe it is literally going to be just direct to streaming, which is, they said, was a shame.
Yeah,
just real quick, if you just want like an abbreviated feedback on this, my source really liked the movie. It said it wasn't going to win any awards. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't like Oscar worthy or absolutely incredible, but he enjoyed it, and certain bits and pieces made them think, hey, I'm excited for these actors to be in other things. Henry Cavill, for instance, has a sword fight in this. And my source said, I'm very, very keen to see Henry Cavill now as the Highlander.
Oh, yeah.
So it had a knock-on effect. But it is hammy. It's a bit cheesy. But I think that's kind of how it's supposed to be. And my source loved it. So there's just a quick overview, but let's get into it. Hit subscribe if you're new here. Do turn those bell notifications on. And let's just dive into it, right? So basically, my source saw a very, very, very rough cut of Voltron. And they don't know this, but my source said it appears to be heading direct to streaming. Which again, like I said, they said was a shame. The film itself actually acts as a sequel to the original cartoon from the 1980s, with plenty of Easter eggs and references to the animated lore. That's nice. It's nice that it's just a continuation, right? It's a sequel. So the story itself revolves around an impending war between the peaceful worlds of the Galaxy Alliance and a conquering alien race known as the Galren. The enemy have just freed their imprisoned Emperor Zarkon, played by Sterling K. Brown, who is apparently, he's just got tons of prosthetics on. Tons of prosthetics.
Oh, that's gonna look so
They've
cool.
declared war on the Alliance, who once defeated the Galren with the help of a legendary defender known as Voltron. Similar to the animated series and toy line, Voltron is a giant sword-wielding mech warrior formed by 5 individually piloted robotic lions. The lions have been dormant and scattered across the galaxy since Zarkon's imprisonment, but have obviously now been awakened, and they summon 5 new young pilots from various worlds. So the protagonist of the movie is a young man from Earth named Mac, played by Daniel Quintoy, who gets caught up in this intergalactic crisis after discovering one of the lions buried in an underground cave near his home. So there you go. Turns out Mac has a familial connection to the giant metal beast, as he is the son of a former Voltron pilot. Overwhelmed by curiosity and a sense of adventure, Mac follows the lion's beacon and is whisked across the galaxy to enlist in the war against Zarkon.
I hope
A good chunk of the movie is then devoted to the pilot's training for battle. So this is quite generic in terms of its plot beats, but it sounds fine. Doesn't
That's
sound
how
bad
it
at all.
is.
You know, the pilots struggle to work together in order to successfully
course.
unite as Voltron, playing like a cross between Power Rangers and Top Gun Maverick, with a little bit of robot jocks thrown in for good measure. It's all very silly stuff, but, you know, my source, you know, grew up with the cartoons themselves and the toys. They found the film really fun. So, yeah, it is silly. Yeah, it is a bit over the top. But my source thought it was great. There are callbacks to the cartoon and the original characters, including a holographic mural that depicts the original pilots. It does seem clear that this is intended to be a family film, so it plays things safe for the most part and injects quite a bit of humour throughout the film. But I think that's fine, you know.
If it's good humor.
Yeah, if it's not stupid
sounds
and
fine.
childish.
James Cameron.
Henry Cavill has a small but significant role as the son of Princess Allura and King of the planet Altian, the crown jewel of the Galaxy Alliance and base of operations for the Voltron Force. It's a supporting role, but Cavill gets to have some moments to shine, including a sword fight. And that's the thing that my source was then very, very excited to watch Cavill in Highlander. This threw me off. Singer-turned-actress Rita Ora is nearly unrecognisable as Hagar, the Dark Witch. She hisses much of her dialogue through layers of creature makeup,
Yeah,
and
normal.
seems to be having fun.
That's also
alongside
Hagar.
Sterling K. Brown as Emperor Zarkon. The villains are actually my source's favourite part of the movie. And my source compared it to, well, stated, and I quote, "Think of the orcs from The Lord of the Rings, but in space." So
Oh,
the
yeah,
special
like that,
effects were
yeah.
very rough. Obviously, that's fair. My source did catch a glimpse of the fully rendered frames of Voltron that looked true to the design of the original. And my source just closed with this: it's not going to win any awards. They left the theatre entertained and satisfied. It feels like a big movie, and my source hopes and wants Amazon to give it a chance theatrically.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they should. If,
They
you
should,
know,
it's
with,
Voltron.
My
next
source
to have
said
Voltron, you know,
they wouldn't mind seeing Voltron
gonna see that.
in full glory on anything other than a big screen. Well, couldn't imagine, seeing Voltron.
Of course. So that was the video, guys. I mean, there's a bit more, but again, this is the gist of
Yeah.
it. You definitely should watch it. But yeah, what we think, well, we are long-time Voltron fans. So if
Absolutely.
there's anything that sucks about this movie, we're gonna let you know when the time comes. We really want a theatrical release. Now, one thing that I'm worried about actually is not only in general about the movie quality, but how people are going to react to things that because we see that as a trend, the things that are normal to Voltron, like what he said about Rita Ora, having a lot of makeup, she plays Hagar, she's a freaking witch, she hisses. Of course, that's
Yeah,
the character.
that's the
If you
character, yeah.
forgot how the characters are supposed to act, please go watch
She
the
talks
old
like that, yeah.
stuff
I mean-
before you watch the movie, and don't complain about things that are supposed to be this
Exactly.
way.
That's why it's also, as he said, it feels cheesy and hammy, and that's fine. Because the cartoon was actually cheesy and hammy. Don't forget that it was an 80s cartoon, and it was also originally a Japanese cartoon, which is anime
Way more.
different than what we
Yeah.
have watched in the English version. The English version
Yeah.
is really sterilized, and everything is different and different footage and things like that. That's why Thomas says so. It's pretty much a different version of Power Rangers. If you have seen Voltron, I mean, it's before Power Rangers, and Power Rangers, the original is also Japanese. So, you know.
Yeah, you can't say that it's like Power Rangers because well,
yeah.
Power Rangers perceive that first, second. I mean, it doesn't
Which one?
doesn't copy Power Rangers.
It doesn't copy Power Rangers.
That's what
The
I mean.
original Power Rangers, the Japanese ones, you know, the Super Sentai series comes way before the anime, actually, and everything else. So, yeah.
I mean, Voltron is really its own thing. Like the
Its own
pilot,
thing.
don't do this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They actually they rarely fight outside of the alliance
Yeah,
in the cartoon.
they're supposed to be in there.
They're supposed to be in there. I mean, they have skills. Just in the cartoon, they rarely show that. Most of the time, it was, oh, trouble to the alliance, which was logical. I mean, they attack you with an army and gigantic monster. What you going to do? You know, you have to get to the get to
Get
the
to the
robot.
chopper.
Get to the chopper.
Get to
and
the
robot.
lion.
Also, yes, Mr. Mewtwo, I have watched the Japanese Spider-Man with Rio Pardon. That's actually the very first show which gets the trend of the heroes to have a gigantic robot. And so yeah, Hagari speaks like that. So that is the character. Of course, she hisses all the things to the prosthetics and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, probably to us who really grew up with the cartoon, all will be great. I'm not sure about people who didn't and don't know that there is a cartoon, because there are people like that, you know, believe it or not. So I don't know how it's going to be to them. That's the question, actually. If it's a movie that everyone can enjoy, both fans and, you know, casuals,
Yeah.
would be
I mean,
nice.
it
But
seems
I
like
mean,
that.
it's a movie about, you know, you have 5 fans that get into one robot. What is there not to like? You know, probably we'll see him as full Voltron in the end of the movie only once.
Hopefully not.
Who knows?
So sad.
The only thing that I'm kind of disappointed that it is continuation of the show, but
So no original
why
characters.
why not the original pilots just, you
Yeah.
know, being a bit older or something
no
like that?
original
I
pilots,
thought
yeah.
that Henry Cavill will play some of the original pilots like Kit, the Black One pilot, just, you know, older, or at least make him only that. The others maybe are somewhere, maybe they died. I mean, I don't know why would they die in the end of the career. Why would they scatter the Alliance when they defeated Zarkon? Okay.
Because they defeated Zarkon.
And why just not keep them next to the castle?
Uh,
Or in the castle where they keep them before?
because nobody should hold that much power or something. They were afraid somebody's gonna steal them. I
But
don't
they
know.
were the pilots. They proved themselves, you know.
I know. I'm
Anyway,
just kidding.
uh,
I'm trying to find some stupid
so
explanation because
maybe they'll give us explanation why they were scattered and things like that,
I
you know.
really hope so, yeah.
I thought that, for example, Henry Cavill will be, let's say, Kid, who is older, and now they have to find the others and other pilots, and he will train them how to pilot, you know, the Alliance or something like that, and will be a connection like these young whippersnappers don't know anything about war.
Yeah.
But again, if he's the son of Aurora and apparently the king, I always thought that Aurora will marry some of the pilots. Okay,
Yeah,
apparently
I
that
know.
didn't happen.
I
Yeah,
know.
they didn't mention anything about water.
Yeah, water?
Water, yes.
What?
The
Ah,
son of Zark,
Lothar.
water, yes.
Oh, yes,
the
I
son
love
of Zark.
Lothar.
Maybe
He's like
he's
Lex
there.
Luthor
Yes, but with white long hair and
and
blue
blue.
skin
and blue skin.
pointy ears. Yeah.
And Thomas says, I'll be honest, I never heard of Voltron. Oh my gosh.
Really?
Please check
Oh,
check on YouTube.
check it, yes.
It's really a great cartoon if you like huge robots, and you know Voltron is special because basically all the lines that create Voltron that basically, you know, they go together
Yeah.
and they create a robot. They're all like sentient, so you have to connect with them.
Yeah, you have to connect with them.
I
But
mean,
that's more in the Netflix version. In the original, it wasn't exactly.
really?
Yeah, the original you just pilot.
Okay, well now it is like that, I guess. So you have to have a connection with them. Not everybody can pilot them, as far
Yeah.
as I understand and remember. And it's really special, and the pilots really have to work together because they all. I mean, one is the arm, left arm. One is the right arm. One is the left leg, and so on. One is the body and the head. It's so cool, and they have to say, "And I will form the head," like whoever is the pilot of the Black Lamp, who is the head and the body. And he has like a special sword that
The
he
blazing
forms.
sword.
The blazing sword. It's the coolest geeky thing ever.
Of course.
So when I was a little girl, I wanted my parents to buy me a Voltron. But of course,
I also
it was
wanted
too
that.
expensive
Yeah,
and too
yeah.
big and
Yeah,
whatever. And I couldn't get it. And my parents were like, "Why don't you like girls' toys?" And I'm like,
They were even more
they're
expensive.
gross. No, they're gross. I
And
really
they
like
were even
girls'
more
toys.
expensive.
I like action figures.
Of course.
I'm a geek.
Yes.
I hope that you enjoyed this video from me, the 40k Empress and Logan, the creators of this channel. I wish you all the best, guys, who watch this next. Let us know what you think in the comments. and check the links down below if you like to support us. Love you guys. Bye bye.